On This Table. My name is Joy Dixon and I am your host. Today we're going to be talking about something very interesting. It's monetizing your talent, how to monetize your talent. Everyone has a talent, everyone is gifted with one thing or the other. But then, how do you monetize your talent? How do you make your talent bring you millions of naira? Let's go on this quick break. When I come back, the conversation will kick off.
My name is Bukola. I'm a dedicated wife. I'm blessed with two beautiful children. I am the creator and the creative director of In Between I Stand. And the beautiful thing about the Kingsprimetv is it's an app. I can decide to use it on my television. I can decide to use it on my phone. And of course, I have an iPad. I can decide to use it on my iPad. There is no boring moment with the Kingsprimetv, especially the way it gets me close to my culture day by day. I'm a busy mom, and sometimes I just want to be on my bed alone with my laptop watching the Kingsprimetv. It is the best thing ever. And I'm not connected to just one aspect of the Kingsprimetv. I could decide to watch TV shows like The Big Nigerian Wedding, or probably go for a series. Lots of beautiful things on the Kingsprimetv.
In Africa and beyond, more and more people are finding Kingsprimetv a rich hub for entertainment. With a monthly subscription fee as low as $7.99 US, you too can enjoy seamless, world-class HD entertainment that will inform, educate, entertain, and enthrall you. Join us today. Visit kingsprimetv.com to enter into a whole new dimension of entertainment. Kingsprimetv. Entertainment just the way you like it.
Welcome back. Okay. First of all, I have a guest in the house, and since he has introduced himself with his voice, we don't even know what his name is or who he is. So please, can you do us the honor of introducing yourself by yourself, for yourself, and for everybody else?
Okay. Officially, my name is Alan George. I don't like saying this part, but I just have to do it for the sake of the camera. But they call me Ginger.
Oh, Ginger, Ginger. You know, Ginger has this kind of taste. Is it like a menthol?
I've not eaten this ginger before. I don't eat ginger, I don't eat onion, I don't eat garlic, please.
Why?
I can't eat ginger, can't eat ginger. Hello. How can I eat me?
That's hilarious.
I don't eat ginger. Seriously.
Okay. So we're going to talk about monetizing your talent. First of all, do you have a talent?
Everybody does.
Mm-hmm. So how did you discover your talent?
Well, let me start with that. Do you have a talent? Well, I've heard people say I don't think I have a talent.
Yes. A lot of
God created everybody on earth, and God is too big a God to create one person without a talent. As a matter of fact, God is too big a God to create anybody with one talent. Nobody has one talent. Nobody has two talents. People have streams of talents, but most times we pay
attention to just one.
Just one or two or whatever, but the one that makes you successful eventually, you understand? So we all have talent. So the question is, what's my talent? I don't have one talent.
Okay, so let's run through them.
Can I?
You can, of course.
I have passion for arts. I have passion for filmmaking. I have passion for anything creative. So anything creative, I have little talent in a lot of areas. Yeah.
Okay. So now, for people who do not know that they have talents, just like you said, that there are some people that don't even know that they have talents.
Yeah.
So for such persons, how do they discover their talents? How do you tell them, okay, this is the best way to discover your talents?
First, passion. The first thing to know that this is my talent, or what you will do eventually, is passion. What gives you joy? What are you comfortable? There are some people that can watch football the whole day. That, for me, that's a talent. You understand? Anything you derive joy doing, anything that drags your attention one way or the other, for me, that's talent. Just pay more attention to that area. It will be very difficult to settle, because there are certain people that a lot of things get them attracted. They get attracted to a lot of things rather. What you will do is try them as often as possible, as much as possible. You understand? In the long run, you will discover that out of these 13 things, these are the 3 I can comfortably do, whether I get paid or not. Then settle there.
Okay. So you know that the internet is a marketplace.
A big one.
just like they say, so social media now is the new oil well. So let's talk about monetizing your talent on social media. How do you go about it? How do you monetize your talent on social media?
Okay, I'll break that into three
Mhm.
phases. Passion, profession, profit.
Okay.
Yeah, passion has to do with your love for a particular thing. Monetizing your talent is one thing you have to pay first before your talent will eventually pay you. You have to work on your talent. You have to work for your talent because it is raw. Talent is like crude. It is raw. It has not been harnessed. Before your talent becomes skill, which is what they are paying for, necessarily not your talent. Because if you can talk, the next person can also talk. If you can play football, the next person can also play
That's
football.
correct.
But if it eventually becomes a skill, that's when they pay. So passion. First, you have to pay your talent. You have to process your talent. You have to learn. After passion, now you go to profession, which is where you get to learn. Most times we don't pay attention to certain questions in life. I have just two. Okay, you say let us turn the table around. And there are some questions we think that they are very simple questions. They are very common questions. But if you pay attention to them, you know that you've not been able to answer this question. Such questions like, who are you? You can answer. Who are you?
Okay. Okay. Who are you?
Yes.
Okay.
Now I'm asking you now. Who
Okay,
are
you're asking me.
Yes, who are you?
My name is Joy.
Yeah, that's now you just told me your name. That's not who you are. That's your name.
I am a TV host.
That's your job. That's not who you are.
Okay.
So who are you? It sounds very simple. It sounds very common. Then the next question is, who is a professional? It sounds very simple, but who really is a professional? Is it the man that has served in a particular area or has worked in a particular area for 45 years? No. The person who understands what he is doing part-time. Efficacious utilization of every given moment, as much as your career is concerned, is what makes you a professional. So if you want to monetize your talent, you have to understand what the profession is about. Because you're a comedian, there are a lot of comedians out there. Have you taken time to understand the nitty-gritty of comedy? Have you taken time to understand what it takes to be a good actor? Do you understand the rules? Because everything in life is governed by rules. Everything in life, everything we do, you have to first understand the rules. You know that if you go to bed early, you like to wake up early. So that's the rule, that's law. So you have to understand. Then after that, you go to the profit part, which is how to make money from your talent. First, you find the market. It's a very big question to answer. Forget what I'm using 5 minutes to summarize. It's a very big question. These are things that some people to take them like 15 years, some to take them like 10 years, some to take them like 1 year, sometimes 2 months. You make it big. But then again, you have to answer these questions. Who is your market? You don't just create content. You don't just go out there to start a career without defining first your market. There are some projects you want to do. There are some talents you have. You have to first look for market. Then when you get a market, you give them your product. Then there are some, you have to get your product and then give to the market. Ask yourself, so which divide do I now fall in? By the time you discover your market, you now know what does this market want. How can I satisfy my market? Because they always say their customers are kings. You're a king in your own right, but they are kinger than your own kingship. You understand?
Okay.
You understand? So by the time you discover your market, you now give them what they want per time. If possible, create scarcity. Let's talk for another day anyway.
Okay. So I'm just wondering, if you have a talent is inbuilt, yeah?
Yeah.
So if you have this talent and you know that you're good, this is what God actually bestowed.
Yeah.
Why do you have to go to school to why do you have to still develop it?
Because like I said earlier, there are rules. God gave you the crude, but did not give you the refinery. So school is like a refinery now. When I say school, I'm not referring to only special institutions. I'm not referring to no. For me, if it's possible not to even go to the normal regular school, you can compete. Because a lot of people out there, I can name names. They didn't attend the regular school. They want to become a carpenter, and then there is one carpenter somewhere who does great furniture. Go there.
And learn.
Study language, study communication, understand what it takes to communicate with people, then go there and learn the craft. You understand? You go to school so that you can now refine what you know, what you have. Because if you can speak as a comedian, you can make people laugh. Can you make money from that?
Oh, okay.
So if you understand comedy, understand the business of comedy. That's why we call it showbiz. You show, and then there is the business part of the show. So if you don't understand the business part of it, go study.
Okay, so is there a difference between talent and skill?
Yes, big difference. Talent is like the endowment. The skill is the outplaying. Talent is like, okay, what do I do now? Okay, the drumstick does not play itself.
Mm.
The drumstick does not play itself. It is the drummer that plays. So playing, the act of playing is now the skill.
Mm.
So a lot of people, they say once in Africa, there is nothing as popular as broke talented people. There are a lot of talented people in Africa, crazy talented people, but they are broke because this talent has not been turned into a skill that is marketable. You understand? So talent is the whole figure, then skill is the act, putting it out
Okay.
the most appropriate way.
Okay, so you know that if you have to monetize your talent, you have to be in a marketplace.
Sure.
So how do you now identify the how do you identify the marketplace that is suitable for you, or the marketplace that caters to your needs? How do you identify it?
Okay, by the virtue of social media, it's a lot easy,
Okay.
or rather easier for you to get a market for yourself and for your brand. First, you should ask, what do I have to offer? What do I have to offer? By the time you know what you have to offer, the next question you should ask yourself is, who needs what I have to offer?
Okay.
Where do they stay? That if you answer this question, then you are very close to giving out your brand and your product. What do I have to offer? Who needs what I have to offer? Now, sometimes, like I said, it's a two-way thing. You can create a market, then look for an audience, or you can get an audience and then create a market for them. You stay in a particular area, something is lacking, you don't know how to do that thing, but you can get a professional, you can learn. Understand? This area, for instance, let's say there was a time I went to a particular place, I looked for a restaurant. It was over 2 hours walk. There was no restaurant in that area. None. And eventually I met 3 guys. They are looking for a restaurant still. So there's a problem there.
Yeah.
So why not look for any way you can get anywhere to sell food? If you do, because you are the only person who sells food in that area. So because now you have a market already, you now get a product. Now the second thing you do is to get a product, look for people who needs this your product. They are almost everywhere. The internet is there for you. The environment is there for you.
So if there's a market already and then they are looking for products, now is it not you going? Let's say, for instance, just like you just mentioned about you going to look for food and there was no restaurant around there. Now, will I say that sometimes people go into something not because they are talented to go into it, but because of probably hunger or because they want to get money or something?
Well, hunger, like food hunger and the hunger for money is part of the motivational factor. It's part of the process. The fact is, just be good at what you do. Whether you got there by hunger or you got there by passion, be good first. Be good.
Okay.
Because what they pay for is your service, and if it's not good enough, I made a post yesterday. The most expensive may not be the best. The most expensive may not be the best, but the best is usually expensive. And how can you become the best if you don't know what you're doing? So whether you got to that place by chance or by opportunity, or you deliberately walked into that room of craft and creativity or product, just be good. It could be that this work, you don't know how to do it. You don't have an idea, but you know that people always request for this particular thing. Find a way around it, how you can get it done. But they will consume, because this is what they need. Humans always need things.
So is social media the only marketplace? Because everybody is now running to social media. I'm seeing people who are doing comedy. We have lots of comedians right now, especially those guys who now dress like women. So what's going on?
Social media is not the only market, but it's the biggest market right now. You call it right, the new oil well, you understand? It is the biggest market right now, social media, because the world is going digital. The world is becoming a small village. So you have the whole world in your palm right now. You can order food online, you can order clothes online, you can order anything you want, you can get your comedy skits online. So everybody now is going from the normal street to, and naturally you would want to grow with what is in vogue. So everybody is going online. How would you now want to stay on the street? I'm not saying that everybody will go off the street. It's possible in the next 5 years, in the next 20, in the next 50 years, people will still depend on the street, because there are people out there, people in rural areas that are not that exposed. Yeah, when you go to such places, you will not want to do digital marketing, because they don't even understand what you're talking about. Somebody don't even have networks. But since we stay in an area that depends on this, you wouldn't want to go back. We started this whole film thing with VHS, that big cassette that they rewind it. From VHS, we go to DVD. Right now, DVD is almost going on extinction. VHS is no longer existing. As a matter of fact, I think the next 5 years, VHS will get to the museum. People will have to watch. Yeah, there was a time we are recording with this.
Yeah.
You understand? So now it has gone. This is where we are. This is the era, and the most you can do is to follow the trend. You follow the trend. If you want to hawk, no problem.
Right, of course, we have to follow the trend. Let's go on this very quick break. We'll be right back.
Kingsprimetv is a one-stop entertainment website for live sports, news, reality shows, and top-notch Nollywood movies. Log in to our website www.kingsprimetv.com or download our app on any of our iOS devices or your Android phones, any one of them. Just download and you get your movies and all entertainment stuff just the way you like it. Welcome again to Kingsprimetv.
Welcome back. So I've been talking to Alan George, and we have been talking about monetizing your talent. So let's talk about content creators, especially on social media. Let's use Instagram for instance. I have a problem with this bandwagon thing, where everybody wants to do the same thing over and over again. We have the likes of MC Lively, we have the likes of Macaroni,
Brother
we have
Shaggy.
Brother Shaggy, we have
Taiwo.
Tyoma,
Yeah.
Grace Clan, and all that. Now, before now, we didn't have people like that. Now, my question is, should you indulge in such things, in such kind of comedy, because you're saying that those people are making money out of it, without you sitting back to say, okay, now I can make people laugh, yeah.
Oh, really?
No, I'm not talking about myself. I'm just.
I was running your legs,
For
actually.
instance, so without you saying, okay, I know I can make people laugh, but is this necessary to follow that particular trend, that kind of trend?
For me, it's not a necessity. But then again, like I said, trend.
But that's actually what's in vogue,
Well-
and then it seems like they are cashing out like fast.
We're actually in an era of trend. Whether you like it or not, we're
Mhm.
actually in an era of trend. People would want to go, and it's natural, I think. If this particular thing is working out, everybody would want to. Just like the music industry, if somebody does and that ha says, every other musician will
Wants
start
to
doing,
ha, ha.
So it's always like that. But for me, I think beyond that, you should find what works for you. Beyond that, what works for you? Where's the fan base? Focus on that area, because trend they fade as early as they come. Trend will just come at a particular time. And now, so every skit is here.
And now,
At the
yeah.
point, Henna will die off. 70 years old man, it will die off. Apostle must hear this to die off. So will you keep following the trends? Is that your pattern? Is that your approach? If it's your approach, then it's good. But if you think you can't be able to keep up with the trends, then create a trend for yourself. Create rather a brand for yourself. Find out what works for you categorically. Then focus on that area. At a point, it may seem odd. People may not want to accept you, and because it is new. But by the time they get to accept you, you become the only person who does this. You understand? You said crazy clown. Like for instance, Mackenzie never did the Instagram thing.
Yeah,
Right now,
his
he's
own
the-
kind
he's
of
the- he's the
comedy.
king of YouTube.
Mhm.
You understand?
Mhm.
So he doesn't do brand. Mark is Mark. So if you go to his page, you know that this is what I am going for. This is what I want to see.
He's more like a storyteller.
More like, this is what I want to see. You know that he has been able to design his own kind of brand. So he's not doing trends. Okay, from time to time he puts trend in his solo jobs, but basically, you know that this is what Mark is about. So if you want this particular if you want to watch comedy content that has this kind of feel, you know where to go to. But if you follow trend, you are just going by the wind. So what if there is no trend for like 4 months?
And you're just there. What
And
if?
you're just waiting for one senator to mess up, or you're waiting for one guy to do another and it's not coming forth. Are you just going to sit like that and watch? Like there was a comedian who was mimicking the president. Okay, mimicking the video. At the point he stopped. They were like, you should create. What if the video is no longer in the spotlight? Is it just going to just end like that? Like another comedian that mimics the president. 2023 is next 2 years. So, Alpha, my bros. Okay, Buhari will go eventually.
Yeah.
Not that we are happy, but he will go.
Of course, he's kind of.
Yes, he will go. So
Yeah.
if he goes, is your brand going to end? So why would you always follow trend? Follow trend, yes, but outside following trend, create a persona for yourself. People should know you for, okay, this is what this guy
So
does.
it should be more like you should have a future plan for your brand.
Please do. Please do. Because if you don't, at the moment you could be earning a lot of money right now. But at the point, these youngsters are so strong. People using iPhone with you, people using Android with you, they are strong, they are creative. If time is not taken, they will sweep you off the market. So you should have a plan that, okay, if this trend goes down, what do I do next? If you don't have those plans, you just take an idea. Yeah, he was a celebrity yesterday. But today.
I get that before. Okay, so I'm also bothered about the kind of content people bring out. We know that somebody said something that that the way Nigeria needs
Nigeria
fun.
is a comedy country.
Yes, with the killings, the this, the that, the plenty stories and all that. We need something that will just make us laugh. So now, because we need something to make us laugh, is it okay to just bring out something that isn't even morally right?
I'm against it 100%. Yeah, Nigeria. If you ask me, not because I'm just a Nigerian, I love Nigeria. Sorry.
Of course, I love Nigeria too.
I love Nigeria. Listen, if Nigeria was to be some other countries, would have fought like countless wars.
Exactly.
People will hit themselves on the road. You just die, just dissolve. They will kill somebody at one. Is it bridge that we fly over?
I'm sorry, somebody. you know what? You know. I think when I was younger, my cousin used to say that why he loves Nigeria is that we are stubborn. That imagine where you write "Don't urinate here." Fine, 5,000. It's that place. It's that particular that we're just unique person.
That's just what it is. That's what it is. And that is what has been keeping us all this period. If not, would have fought endless wars.
Exactly.
We have
exactly
3 major tribes and a lot of minor tribes in Nigeria. And at the end of the day, we rant, we echo after everything. We just make a joke out of it. They killed people, gunned people down, 20 seconds, gunned people down, and all we could do was to make jokes out of them.
there's one that's okay. I can't really remember that joke, but somebody was talking about unknown
man. At the point of the trend. At the point of the trend.
Yes, we just laughed over
Something
it.
serious, like they're killing people for real. Is it because they're not going to your own end?
And you're joking with it.
We just make fun out of it.
Yeah.
And to an extent, it's not good. But if you look at it the other way around, I think it's helping us. Why we're not fighting this war is because even if you want to go to war, you are standing before a comedian. Don Jazzy once said that we will soon have more celebrities than fans. So you just imagine we want to go to war, Don Jazzy is holding gun, Mackenzie is holding gun.
Wow!
Bros, now you there. And to an extent, it's helping us, but I think that is not the best approach. As much as we can make fun out of these things, can we just get serious?
Yes,
like
we
Macaroni
should.
did, like DJ KY's did.
Yes, macaroni is kind of comedy.
Because if we joke with this men will think that we are comfortable with the idea. This very men, they will think we are very okay, but we are not okay with the idea. So if we are not okay with the idea, then you want to make jokes. There's a way you make, okay, like Trevor does. He does jokes. He jokes with these kind of things. But amongst the jokes, you see that this guy is really serious about what he's saying. He's trying to send a very strong signal to people out there.
Yeah,
he's trying to be
like sarcasm.
Good. You understand? So I think you want to make a joke out of this kind of. Okay, last week I was in Lagos and I got a lot of notifications that Port Harcourt is flooding. Some people are actually making jokes out of flood.
Right.
What if that shop that got flooded was your shop? Would you have the guts to pick up your phone and make jokes out of it? You won't. You understand? So if we're making fun with these things, which is at the end of the day, try to send a message across. So we don't incite war. Yes, you make fun, but at the end of the day, we know that this is funny war.
Okay, so now my next question is it okay to monetize your talent knowing that it's a free gift from God?
And the Bible says the gift of a man will get way for him.
Because excuse me, the reason why I'm asking this is I know someone who plays the keyboard very well. Okay. And then he had an issue in church. Okay. Because I'm sorry, this is actually not religious discussion. So, he had issues in church because he was supposed to play and then he said, I need transport money. And they were like, you're coming to play for God. And he didn't see any reason why they wouldn't even support him. How? So is it really okay?
As much as it sounds bad, I don't think it's all bad. Because the Bible said it clearly. That guy has to pay school fees. That guy has to pay bills. That guy has to transport himself. Okay, if he does not have the money, how will he not get to the church in the first place? If he's comfortable, if he has a job that you know that he can comfortably afford these things, and maybe you can say, you can afford this, now why not use this to support the process, not superimposing it on him? You understand? Because if the month runs over and he needs to pay NEPA bill, NEPA will not say, okay, I'm making this in the church, so therefore. You understand?
Yeah.
So the gift of a man make it with okay, it says say na pikin wash hand clean, then go follow others.
Yeah, that's true.
That washing hand clean is not just the ordinary washing hand clean, it's your craft. It's your craft. If you do your craft well, you should stand before great men and not mere men. You understand? The Bible makes it very clear. They sell oxygen, they sell air. God gives it to us free of charge, but we humans, we have been able to manipulate to add money to it. But that is what it is, humanly speaking. Naturally, it's free. But if everything becomes free, then how do we measure who will earn this? Sometimes I give that a very serious thought. Can't we just all be ourselves? Can't we just, okay, you know how to farm? Can't we just go to the farm, farm your produce, bring it back to the house, spread it somewhere, someone will just come, eat, and then go.
Yeah.
You have talent for comedy. Just go out there, crack new free jokes. When you come back to the house, you go to your neighbor's place, you take corn, you go to this place, you take pear, you go to this place, you eat. Life becomes so free. You see that the human nature will not allow that. Because I crack jokes for 3 hours. I'm telling you to give me 4 corn, you give me 3. You understand?
Yeah.
Somehow this human nature plays in. So because of that, since you will not allow me get what I want, okay, let us have a yardstick to measure what I'll get, which is where work comes in. So whatever we do is work, is job, and it is from your job you earn. It's from your job you pay bills. So it may sound wrong, but sorry, it's what it is.
Wow, it is what it is.
It is what it is.
It is what it is. Okay, so now for beginners, for starters, because me, I've gone through that process before where I was so not to charge for anything because I'm just starting, and because I'm starting, I have to accept whatever comes, whether they pay me or not. Now, is it okay to tell a beginner that you can't pay the beginner just because the person is just starting?
Well, professionally, it's not okay because you're using this person's talent and you have to pay for it. You're using the person's time. This person studied this thing, so to say, or is trying to make a life out of it. But the society we are in, they pay you per worth. You understand? They're like in the movies, they will say, "Are you marketable?"
Exactly, it's
Your
your
face
face,
is
your face is selling.
You understand? But this is what it is. Then again,
But
that's why I always say,
that is not right. You can't keep it. It's more like you're demoralizing someone.
that's just what it is. But do you know that sometimes the producer that's supposed to pay you does not even have money? In some cases, this producer is looking for a way out. He's looking for how to survive. You are just like two people trying to hustle. You want to hustle me, I want to hustle you. You understand? At a point, it's like that. But the reality of time is that you have to get to a certain level to get paid. That is what it is. You just have to accept what it is. It is wrong, but then again, can we now start breaking the hands of time? Understand? What it is that if you get there's a point you get, there are some people before you call them to come to your set, you know at the back of your mind that you must keep certain amount of money. You have to walk up to that point. So if they are not paying you at that level, what you should do, don't focus on they are not paying me, focus on growing. Because if you become visible, you do work repeated. Okay, for instance, today you're on this particular set, tomorrow you're on that particular set, next tomorrow your film is out. At the point you become a hot kid, they start calling you. But then they call you that much. You have like 3 producers calling you. Now have the strength to tell them no. Give me this certain amount of money. Because they know that if you don't attend to them, you have something else to do. But if you are this kind of guy that does one film in 3 years, not because you are busy, but because there's no project coming. Even you on your own, you advise yourself, don't to just sit away for this money. Is it not good I just get out there? Because they pay for your visibility. And they pay for how much work you've done. That's what they are paying for. Not because you are talented. It is above that. In our society, it's above that. In other places, they could like, oh, this guy is talented, let's pay for your talent. No. But we will pay more for visibility because there are a lot of people out there that are not so much talented, but they are visible. Should I tell you an example? I was expecting that. They're out there, they have they are good, they sing, but they don't have the best of voices. They don't. They are comedians, they are not so funny, but they make a lot of money. Why? Because they are visible, they have fan base, they have people, they're in the market, they're in demand. So instead of you to cry, they are not paying me, just try to be in the demand.
Just be visible.
Yes, just be visible. And the only way you can be visible is to work. Not that you work free of charge for a very long time. And then before you take any job, you should ask yourself one question. Let me don't even say anything. Hilda Dokubo called me once. I should come and be the art director of a particular project. I was referred to by Mr. Kestan Sirim. He's a director. And then he told me they're going to pay a certain amount of money. Don't look at the money.
Mm-hmm.
Don't look at the money.
Mm-hmm.
Just go and do the job. Because there are some jobs you call profiling jobs. These
Yeah.
are the jobs that would scan. Okay, one of the biggest series we did here in Port Harcourt. The man called me and he was like, "Have you done any movie?" I said, "Yes." He said, "Give me an example." I said, "I was the person that did Asawana." He said, "Asawana, you don't hey, it's okay. But that was all. Okay, so it was like, if you could work for Hilda Dokubo, that means you are good.
Yeah.
How much will you charge? I told you the amount. They didn't price. At the point, it was later I got to know that the man was actually looking for the best hands he could get in River State to do that job for him. But because I worked on Hilda Dokubo's job, that the director said they will not pay as much as you want because of the budget and some other things. But it gave me where I am today. So if you have such projects that can announce you, don't put money in front. Because if you don't, I have histories of actors that would reject a particular character and some other person will play that is not known. Eventually, that film will just blow the person out. Because the whole journey starts with a project. You could be in the industry for 15 years, but just one project. Just one project. The moment it comes out, but the fact is that we don't even know that project.
So it means that you have to keep keep doing
pushing.
projects.
I told you earlier, you have to pay your passion. It's not easy. Choma Talagu once said when I was only about 15 years. I think you need to, according to the story, I don't know how true it is, that the first money she was paid was about 250 naira. As I know, it's big money anyways, but before, imagine 250 naira, you go for a particular set. And then it was more difficult to get rules. They even ask. This time we have
Then
we
they
have
had real good actors.
real good actors.
Intelligent actors, thespians.
Like
Yeah.
this time, like, if you want to take scripts, they will just ask for your WhatsApp number, your email address for the script. This one, if you want to shoot in Aba, take your script, come back to the house, read, get back to the. And they want to talk to the director, you have to travel. So these are the stress they went through them. But a lot of things have been made very easy for us right now. Yes, I'm making you act free of charge at the initial stage is not the best thing to do. But right now, it's like we don't have a choice. I'm against it. If it's possible to pay, even if it's the person's transport or sort out the person, give the person accommodation, give the person good food, and
Good
make the
food,
person
my
comfortable.
Good food.
We're on the same table now.
Good food. Good
We're on the
food.
same table.
Yeah.
But you know that the industry is big. Like Don Jazzy said, there are a lot of entertainers out there. Plenty entertainers, more than the fans. It's not possible anyway. But yeah, it seems so. But because if you don't do it, some other person will do it. But there are people that pays. Instead of the production to pay them, they pay the production. They pay a huge amount of money. Just put me in this role. I want to act. And they spoil the industry. So you shouldn't blame the producers only. You shouldn't blame the directors only. Don't blame the executive department. You as the artist, have you come together to say that, okay, this is what it is. If you want to, that's why you call for audition. If you know that this person is good, you like the person's talent, employ the person, pay the person. Because eventually you're going to make money out of this.
Okay.
You're going to make money.
Wow, just like he has said, first of all, you have to pay your passion before your passion starts paying you. Thank you so much for coming. Wow, we've really learned something today, monetizing your talent. So you out there, I hope you start putting whatever you've heard in practice and know that your talent is like an egg that you need to before a chick comes out from the shell. We know the process. So for you have to develop yourself. Whatever way you can develop your talent, please do. It is necessary. On this note, this is where we draw the curtains of this amazing episode of On This Table. Do not forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel at Kingsprimetv. Follow us on all our social media platforms at Kingsprimetv. And do not forget to also download the Kingsprimetv app. Go to your Play Store, Google, Apple Store. Download the Kingsprimetv app and you have access to watch amazing movies. So thank you so much for sticking with us. My name is Joy Dixon. Bye.